Hello, Sunday here from simplyscrapbookingnow.com. This is a short series of videos to show you a little bit more about a random mini album. That means random pages, random colours, random sizes, random anything basically. It's good fun and it's a great way of using up your scraps. So let's get started. This is a random album that I'm making with random bits and pieces in. But I'm going to make two covers, front and back, for 8 by 6 in size, I've decided. So I've got two pieces of card. Now this one I want to cover, this is a normal piece, I want to cover with a piece of paper. Now obviously if I pop that on the top corner, then I could cut that out with a little bit of run around so that I can fold it over, but I can't see the pattern underneath, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to end up with. So a little tip, these are a couple of L shapes that I've cut from slightly thicker card, but you can do this from Basil Basics type card, and it means that I can now size things up. I can size photographs and see how well they're going to be cropped. These are done at right angles to the actual edge here, so make sure when you cut them you leave a nice deep gap and make sure that you a nice clean right angle, and then you know where to mark your things, and you can mark them with a little dot in each corner. And because of that I'm going to use these two. I have stuck these together because it's a bit unmanageable in size, but this aperture is now the same as my card, which is 6 by 8. So I can now use this on my piece of paper to see what will look best where I want it to show up. For instance, I might want it up in one corner with my rings through, and I may want to put some title or something like that down here, or I may want to have this area, but now I can see where I'm going to cut. So I've now cut that out with a slight run around, slight border. Now I can place my card inside like that. Then I've got an embossing tool with a little nib on and a bigger nib. And I'm just going to run, because this is quite thick card I can do this, I'm going to run along the edge of the card to score this. Now that's scored, which you won't be able to see on camera, I can easily flip up the sides here and right, I've put my card inside. I've put a bit of sticky on the inside so that it is now covered here. And this is a good little gadget. This is actually a roller for wallpapering. If you're wallpapering edges, little bits and pieces like that, you roll it along the wall to flatten out wallpaper. But it does the same job for me as a bone folder, and what you do is you run it along the edge. The good thing about this is that it rolls, so you're not scraping something, so it's rolling with you, so it's really good, does the same job. You can get it from DIY centres. So this is the third one. I'm going to pull that one off. And let's take that down like so, and roll that down. Now you'll notice that I've cut the corners out of here for smoothness and nice edges. So I'm going to put the last piece of double-sided, and as I've given the tip before, rip it so that I don't need to use my scissors to cut it. Bring it up at the side and stick it down. And there we have a nice covered board, and I know that that looks the same as my design because I used my aperture. Now I'm going to leave this like this because I may want to put some embellishments on here, such as brads, which will obviously show through. Something stapled as well will show through on the back. So I'm not going to cover that. I'm going to cover that last, so that any brads, etc., will be covered up by the sheet. That will then go onto the front of here. So I'll put some holes in there next, so that I have a nice front. And I'm going to do the same with the back cover.